Yeah, it's a quick burst damage. I mean, it is kind of like one of those things where how often is it actually useful? You know, it sounds
Oh,
cool.
very
It's
rarely.
a lot, yeah, but it like you said, it's probably there for fun more than anything. Like
I mean,
what is his other facet? I can't even remember.
the other facet is that you can choose when you detonate Inkswell, which is honestly the much better facet. But you know,
I
I
think
feel like that was
especially if you're paired with an Ursa, Centaur, Leshrac, right? Three heroes which want to be running in there with this ink swell on them. I don't know. We'll see how it works out.
I definitely think it's that one's the much better one as well. Any other interesting facets? Looks like it's kind of the expected ones. On the dire side is Black Grimoire, Eternal Empowerment, Wukong's Faithful, and of course Through and Through, which is the way better facet for Bounty Hunter.
So
And of
how,
course,
obviously,
yeah,
I know you as a support player, you absolutely love playing heroes like Bounty. Is
of course.
there a new way that people should be playing it in 7.38, or is it very much the standard kind of classic position for Bounty Hunter playstyle?
We're seeing sometimes people get Orchid on him. You know, go
That
for
is
like Tranquil
too
Boots and
good.
Orchid. He might be going Tranquils because he has a Windlace. Or he might be considering the Windlace to upgrade into a Yule Scepter. Both are fine
Ooh,
items, really good against the Ursa.
ooh,
But in
Sigma
general,
moment.
nothing crazy. Utility and aura items. No one's going like fast Ags into Dagon or some sneaky Radiance Midas builds. Less it's Bounty. You get gold, you build what your team needs, which is often a Force and a Glimmer and a Yules and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Yules is definitely going to be value, like you were saying, against this Ursa. Even on the Leshrac to some degree, just hold him back, give your team a chance to just gain some space against him. So it feels like that would
I
100% be the item of choice.
The nice thing about Bounty though is that he's got really susceptible targets for the double shuriken. What you do is you track someone and then you throw the shuriken so it passes through them and then bounces to them. So you know, like let's say Leshrac or Grimstroke are next to a creep. You track them, shuriken the creep, and will hit them twice. It's insane amounts of damage early on.
How easy is that to pull off though? So I feel like you got to be in the right
Very,
place at the right
very
time.
easy. No, it's very easy. Like it's not hard at all to do.
So says the
It's
man
not-
with a few hundred games of Bounty Hunter.
Wait. Let me see how many I have. I think he's my second most played hero of all time.
Jeez, really? That's mad.
Yeah, I like him. Where's my stats on him? Oh shit,
expecting
950 games. Holy crap.
What? 950 games of Bounty Hunter. Good lord.
I thought it would be like 400 or 500. I didn't realize I played him that much.
You nerd. Well, looks
Holy
like
shit.
not really going to be a fight for the bounties, although maybe a little contest for this top river one, but Malfurion will be able to grab it. 2-for-2 split.
I really need to check my hero tab more. I'm surprised by some of the heroes I've played.
What's the most played hero then, Otomo? Give us the
Oh,
number.
obviously, easily, Spirit Breaker.
Good as me.
Well, I mean, if 950 is your second most, I'm going to guess Spirit Breaker is about 1300.
16.
Oh my god!
I'm such a degenerate. Oh god.
That's a lot of space cow, man. That's a heck of a lot of space cow. But even after all those crazy numbers, we do have this Dota2 game going on.
Ooh, the light sees it.
Ooh, bit of courier sniping, very sneaky.
Yeah, it's very annoying. And the thing is, he kind of knows there's not much he can really do in the lane very early on, so he's just being a nuisance. If he gets caught by by the Ursa or the AA, it's very problematic. So cutting creeps, helping the Lycan that way, that's better. Like that's exactly what you want to do right now as a bounty hunter.
Yeah. So Tier 2 Dazen has managed to pull some of the creeps in there to at least pull back the ranged creep. Still gets the knife hit.
No, I didn't get that.
No,
Castle was
last
able to
hit,
get
last
it. Yeah.
Say, yeah, denying for your own money. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's no denies on Rain as he was hit again. Alright, so top lane is going to be Warlock and Monkey King versus the Grimstroke and this. Oh, Bastille! It's gonna be fine.
My lord.
I wasn't worried.
A scary amount of damage though. Like he barely manages to get back to the safety of his tower. Does still have another tango to work with, but needs another last hit at least to be able to get this bottle. There you go. That'll be coming out in the curry now.
Yeah, so top lane I think I favor the Virtus.pro combination here. It's not easy, but if anyone falls low, Inkswell, Centaur runs in, stun, double edge, some art on top of them, and that person's dead for sure.
Yeah, it can be very, very scary. I mean, maybe Malfurion will feel a bit more comfortable once he gets his level 3, 2 points into the Jingu, and then he might be able to get harassed too much by the Huck. But like you're saying, this double stun combo with the double edge, with the Stroke of Fate as well, it's quite a lot of damage that can quickly rack up.
Yes.
And obviously, being a Warlock on Johnny Pro, there's not really much you could do to help. You could chuck down a Shadow Word, but yeah, it takes a while for that to really take much of effect.
Yep, and generally these two heroes, sorry, I don't know, I'm not sure what's wrong with me. Warlock, he's got very good strength gain, but you still start off fairly low. And same thing with the Monkey King, 700, it's not bad, but it's not enough to survive against the combo we just talked about. Wow. Hey, look at that. Stroke of Fate has a 1.75 second slow. I feel like that used to be much less, just like 1 second at one point.
Yeah, 1.75. Very precise.
Pretty good
Could have just gone for 2, but that 0.25 seconds makes all the difference.
Yeah, that's how Valve's balancing team is, or Icefrog. They're like, like those chemists. You see that meme, like, all right, don't give too much, and 0.1 second extra stun. Any more than that would be broken.
Yeah. It's a fine art balance in this game.
I know, like some heroes, their stun is like 1.4 and ends up at 1.7 when maxed out. I'm like, come on, what am I even putting points in this crap?
Does seem like a big waste. I mean, look at that CS so far balanced out. It's looking all quite even thus far. The only person who's at the bottom is Malfurion, but obviously it's still early days. Like I say, once it gets another level, that'll probably start balancing out. I mean, if you had to look at all 3 of these lanes, where do you think we're going to see this first blood?
I feel like the side lanes, but we've also seen Pastel really struggle. Generally, there should be a decent amount of action, in the side lanes. Delight, again, he's got very deep ward, and he just waits for the couriers. Drax peeps out. He's being a very big nuisance for them. It's helping catch up quite a bit. And if you're AA, you don't want to leave. If you leave, then the Lycan versus Ursa's fine. He can solo, no problem. But when you're there, you can at least harass him and annoy him a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a little thorn in his side. I feel like with Delight having to do all these sort of like creep pulls and sort of juking around, it doesn't really mean he's getting minus 7. Actually, bottom. Oh, it looks like Catcher might die here, Tomo. Yeah, he drops. First blood picked up there by Rain. Just got caught out. I think the stun actually landed there with the cold feet, and that's all it needed. Just the Fury swipes really stack up.
In general, it's the problem with the bounty. He's seen as a decent laner, but he really doesn't provide you much when you're up against 2 very strong, heavy, kill threat. He's kind of a weak body overall.
And you still have 950 games in him.
I wanted to say something. I'm like, yeah, that's... Oh, look at that.
Old Delight.
Hey,
try to TP out. Not gonna make it though. He dies, and now his TP is gonna be on cooldown when he respawns. Good lord, this is like the 5th pause we've had already, and it's only 3.5 minutes in of actual game time. What is happening? People's internet connections today are just not looking good.
I'm wondering where the Virtus.pro players are connecting from. We are playing on Dubai server. I know Winterbears is roughly in that area, but Virtus.pro, not sure if their players are actually physically there or not. They may be, most of the players seem like they'd be in Europe.
I take what I please.
Yeah, I think they're quite a mixed bag of nationalities on Virtus.pro, aren't they? It's like, I think they're from like four different countries from 5 players, which is quite a wide range.
Yep, the famous Middle Eastern team, Virtus.pro with a Russian, Ukrainian, what else would they have? Belarus player.
And Kazakhstan.
And Kazakhstan.
Yeah, they're quite wide range.
I bet between the 5 of them, I don't know if they can string an Arabic sentence together. But it's alright, it's fine. This is the region where they belong.
This is their region now.
Exactly.
We'll let it be. We are still seeing slight advantage in this mid in the hands of Lorinov, just a few CS ahead, about 6 or 7. But Pastil, he's not really being harassed out anymore. Like, he's been able to stand his ground. Do you think they might be an actual solo kill coming for Lorinov, or we just have to see rotation mid laners first?
I think Lornoff will try to move around a little bit soon. And yeah, that's gonna be fine for them. It doesn't matter. It's like, it's nice that he's winning, but it's Magnus. So even if he loses, if he can get a decent Blink Dagger, and he's gonna have massive impact anyway. So it's not the biggest deal. He's only 5 CS behind, so he's not being crushed in any way.
No, not at all. He's making space. Although, looks like Rain making a rotation up towards the top. Johnny.pro getting extremely low, trying to run, but will get found. The hack gets the finishing blow. Delight actually TP's up here as well, but a little bit too late to make much difference. And there it is, Atomo. We mentioned it, and it happens. Lornoff gets the solo kill onto Pastille. It looked like he hits his 6, and he uses that straight away.
Pastille, I think, has been a little bit greedy with some of his stat items. I would have liked if he goes for like a bracer or 2, but he doesn't want to. He wants to rush the bottle into the boots. So, and he's got like no stats at all. Not even an Iron Branch equipped. You can't. It's too risky. The moment you badly use a skewer, you're dead.
Yeah, it's way too squishy, and well, it does seem like he gets punished by at the end of the day. And now, as a result, there is a full level difference between these two. And we'll see if this is going to continue to get any worse or not. Actually, maybe it is. As VP, both supports rotating in for the 6-minute rune. We'll see if they also want to try and make a play onto it. But the rune will spawn top, but actually they find Delight anyway. The scan connects. Immediate dust, immediate kill. And did the Reacher rune? Yeah, okay, Reacher rune actually got denied there by Johnny.pro, but I don't know. They still got a kill for it. I don't know if VP mind.
Delight is having a miserable time. He's not even level 3 yet, and you picked him so you can get fast track kills. If he's not hitting level 6 early, this hero is dead weight. You know, he's not that incredible by himself. He mostly sort of helps other heroes snowball. I'm very worried.
Yeah, and it looks like VP are comfortable enough to leave the Ursa on their own, because Rain making another rotation up towards top. Malfurion Storage in danger to hack. Captain look up top. There we go. Malfurion's getting low, but he's actually able to survive through most of it. 2 points into the Shadow Word, the healing just about enough to sort of outpace the damage coming in. He does survive this 3-man gank. And another disconnect from a different player again. Good lord, this is some bad connections.
It is. And relatively expected. But hey, might be good. Winter Bears are like, yeah, we're fine with this. You know, get made as long as they keep disconnecting. Maybe we were able to make it to the finals through this way.
Yeah, that's it. Probably keeping track of the total pause time, like, right? That's another 30 seconds used. That's another 20.
There we go. We got him down to 520, guys. Just a little bit more.
That's actually funny. You know, yesterday we were talking about skins and how the Alpine Ursa set was once banned and now it's not. That's actually the skin that Tier 2000 using. He's using the Alpine Ursa. That's a classic one.
Observer, please. Can we must see it immediately.
This is the old bear in his cowboy hat. I'm not going to see it.
I think it's... I mean, to be fair, it has been changed. It doesn't look exactly like it did before, but yes, it's certainly the same one.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, it's still fancy. But no wisdom runes, or wisdom shrines, sorry, being stolen at the 7-minute mark. Both teams just getting one apiece. Very even.
Not so fast.
At least for Johnny.pro, he doesn't have the Black Grimoire, so he can eat it if he wants. If he falls too far behind for experience, but it's only got 1 charge, which is not ideal.
Not the Warlock we saw yesterday with 10 charges, went immediately up to level 11 at like 10 minutes in. That was something to be seen.
That was beautiful. As Malfurion, alright. Just wanted to make sure he gets those Jingu stacks off. They've actually been doing a good job of not shutting down the Hawk, but he's suffered the most out of all cores, and that includes the team that has 5 deaths. You know, like, there you go. That's a courier.
Yeah. Immediately they ping out on that high ground though. There's a ward there, so eventually they will get taken away. We'll see how long it does last. Yeah, Delights is still lingering around. Thinking about going for a grab. Stun on towards Lornoff. RP lockdown. That is a dead Leshrac. Although Delight might lose his life for this one, which he will eventually drop. But yeah, like you said, it's a trade they'll make any day of the week.
I mean, when he gets the courier kill, you're like, that's fine. But getting on top of the Leshrac like that, massive kill for them. And also gets him a bit of experience that he desperately needs. Alright, looks like he's going for Urn. I wonder if he's going to go for Spirit Vessel, but this is a great pipe game for the bounty hunter to buy. You're up against a lot of magic damage from 3 of their heroes. Even the centaur is mostly magic, so pipe would be great.
Quite expensive to be getting from your Pos 4, who is relatively behind in terms of farm and levels.
Alright, well, there's one thing that he really should be doing on the bounty hunter, and that's buy a magic stick. You know why it's so valuable to buy it? It's because when you get dusted, you need to use some sort of active item to break the dust if you're invisible. Otherwise, you move slower. So, oh, I'm dusted. I use the magic stick. I basically get like a speed boost rather than being slowed down.
That's some meta thinking right there, Tomo. Putting
And
those
the-
950 games to good use.
Anyone with enough brain cells to rub together will tell you that one.
That's me out then. That's sad. I mean, actually, look at that ward that was just placed by Delight. There's an observer in the Radiant base at 9.5 minutes in, just to scout out these pesky couriers, which it looks like he's going to be able to snipe another one at the top lane here. Yeah, that's Centaur's courier dead. Money.
Has been killed.
I think it was on the way back though, so it still delivered his item, which was the chainmail. But it's still useful. It's good. It's a gold injection for your whole team. And oh, I'm hearing Lycan transforming.
Yeah, they're going to try and make a play once Lorinov. Rock dropped as well. Good stroke of fate though. Makes a bit of space, trying to get his teammate out. Using the Stampede as well. Lorinov is away, and actually they're going to run straight into Delight, who gets disintegrated. And it's actually going to be VP who get the kill out of all of this action, not the way that Winterbears wanted that to go at all.
They had a very hard time getting on top of people. The golem did clip the Leshrac, but you can tell he was so far away, and then the Stampede comes out. Not a good start for them at all. What is Mr. Magnus going for? And Mr. Magnus is going straight up for the Blink Dagger. That's going to be very useful for Pastel.
Yeah, I mean, like, he is their only form of initiation on the side of Winterbears. Like, yeah, Lycan, not really great initiating, he just runs in, and obviously people can see him coming a mile away. Monkey King's okay to some degree if you get, like, a Boundless from the trees, but that's about it. So really, it is all in the hands of Pastel to start these fights.
The Hawk's going to be a massive problem for them if he uses Stampede effectively this whole game. It's just going to be annoying. Oh, damn.
Oh, Mafrian jumps into 2. Still feels confident to stand his ground. Trying to get the Jingu stacks alive. Mischief dodge, but the Ice Blast still lands, and that is a dead Monkey King. Far too over aggressive. Cold Feet as well. Locking in Johnny Pros. This is going to be 2 kills eventually. There it is. Very nice turn here for VP. Starting to build a lead now. 9-1 on the score. 2k gold lead.
Very questionable move by Malfurion jumping in like that, trying to go for a Centaur with Vanguard, and he has literally almost half his health trying to go for him. I'm not sure what
RP mids.
Oh,
Looks like trying to make a point to Laura, but again the Stampede. It's just such an easy counter to this here, Tomo. Like, they just can't get a kill to Lorinov anymore.
that's the blink reveal as well. Pastel uses the blink, uses the RP, and people are like, yeah, we'll just walk out of it. Oh, there it comes.
Hello. Another jump on in. Lorinov can't rely on the Stampede this time, and he does go down. Big kill to find. Oh, Dogbox Edict nearly actually kills Malfurion after the death of the Lesh, but now Rain's the one in trouble. Tuck, though, putting his body in there, should hopefully be enough to keep his AA alive. Actually, the tomato alone is actually able to kill him. And Catchall just runs straight past. What the hell?
I love how Catchall stayed on him with his main hero because he saw that there was a dust on Rain, and he's like, I don't want you to be able to escape by using dust. Sorry, not the smoke. Just now, very clever. And despite it's not really a whiff of the RP, but didn't land, didn't get them what they wanted. They were still able to get a good chase thanks to Malfurion.
Yeah. Oh, but that is like Winterbears having to bring all 3 of their cores for that move, to be fair. So they had to commit a fair amount to it. But at the very least, they do get rid of this Leshrac. There's a bit more space made. And as a result, it is actually Pastel who's a few hundred gold ahead of the Lesh, despite the fact that Lorinov solo killed him and had a really good lane.
By the way, Delight finally level 6, so he is able to use the track.
Radiant's middle tower
Sorry.
is under attack.
Excuse me.
Dire's
That's alright.
bottom
It was a
tower
very
is
cute
under
sneeze.
attack.
Was it?
No, it wasn't. Just keeping your confidence high, buddy. You know what I'm like.
Well, you shattered it afterwards, you know. It's actually worse when you say a nice thing, then you insult someone. It's like you get more hype, then you get more disappointed. It sucks.
Kick them while they're down. That's my strategy. It works sometimes.
Well. Alright. Well, I'll talk to the producer about working with you in the future. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Very wise on your part.
Radiant's bottom
But yeah, Delight just running around the Radiant jungle, throwing away tracks, trying to gain some vision as best he can. So far, just a bit of vision on Rain, which Pastil is thinking about trying to make a jump.
I've been meaning to talk about this, but Monkey King is going for the Mage Slayer. But this is fantastic against the Leshrac. It does reduce the damage from the Edict because it reduces your spell damage, not your magic damage, and it gives you magic resistance. So Edict gets does less, and all the other spells do a huge amount less because you have a cloak and spell damage reduction.
Yeah, it's a very value item in this game. Yeah, the only one who doesn't care about it is the Ursa. But that is it. Even the Centaur does a fair amount less as a result.
Yeah, I imagine Earthshock gets nerfed. I don't think it works on passives like Fury Swipes, but I can't confirm that. Meanwhile,
actually, that's the point. Like, if you reduce spell damage, would that reduce the amount of damage that Retaliate does when you hit them? Because that's a fixed 45.
Depends on whether it works on passives or not. Oh, smokes up.
Yeah, then smokes a break in. Observe Ward here, so all the vision for Winterbears. They're actually going to get aggressive here at Tomo. They want to take the fight. They have the Black Dragon leading the charge. Focus on towards the RP use of Pastil, but it lands onto nobody. It's a huge whiff, but the rock comes on in from Johnny.pro, lands on towards 3, and finally the Stampede is used here from VP. They want to just run as fast as they can, although the chase continues. Soulbind thrown out on towards Catchall. That does actually hold him at bay, but it's going to jump forwards from Pastil, skewers back on towards that, but it's this very tanky Centaur, two-man stun, doing some work. TA2000 now wants to get involved, jumps on in, trying to make space for his offlane. Attack is still alive, but one final shockwave puts him in the ground. And after all that, just 2 casualties there for VP, but Winterbears come out ahead.
Yes, they do. Oh, and these are track kills coming in. I know that the Hawk definitely was tracked. Not sure about the other one. They're also next to the Tormentor if they want to go for it.
Oh,
as Lord
not
okay,
over.
Ice Blast.
Okay, misses.
But yeah, you can consider going for Tormentor. You know the enemy team doesn't have Stampede available. Winterbears, they are in the area. They might be like, oh, Virtus.pro's probably going to try and contest it. Let's just be here. Risky jump.
Oh, they can move immediately on towards Furion. 3v3, Soulbind actually locks onto all 3 of the Fatal Bonds. Catchall's nearby, but no ult, so I feel like VP's just going to be able to run away with this. But hey, at least they distracted them, so shouldn't be able to just go for the Tormentor. And another pause here from TA2000. Can't click Monkey King. Oh, that's a rough glitch.
They've been mentioning this a couple of times, by the way. That is problematic. This used to be a very common problem in Dota 1 for Bounty Hunter. Have I told you that story?
I think you have, once upon a time.
Oh, well, alright, well, then I won't.
No, go on, give me a repeat, come on.
Oh, alright. So basically, every hero in Dota 2 was using like some of these Warcraft 3 models, and you have to click on them, but Bounty Hunter was using some... Damn, I forgot the name of the hero. He's in one of the Illidan missions. Anyway, so the place where you click on him has to be in front of his legs, not on the body itself, which made him very hard to click on, because every other hero, you just click on their bodies was normal. And that made Bounty Hunter way more annoying than he should have been, because people were like, I can't click on him.
Wow. So many dumb little glitches.
Yep, just that one.
Yeah. I remember seeing like things of like the hitbox for the taco in Half-Life was flipped the wrong way around, so it didn't actually connect with the model at all. Like it was like sideways. So many stupid things, but Valve's great for those kind of stuff.
I don't think I've ever played Half-Life 2.
What?
I didn't even finish Half-Life 1.
Genuinely never even played Half-Life 2. That is crazy. No. That is mad.
Is it that good, or is it just like, yeah, it's pretty solid? Which one is it?
Well, I mean, when it came out back in the day, it was incredible. It was groundbreaking, but I don't know how it really fares up today. But you should, it's a game I feel like you should play.
No, that's alright. You know what I'll play Half-Life 3. That's gonna come out in like a year, right, or something?
200 maybe.
Magnus, he's working toward... Oh, the light! The light's dead. Oh, Rip. RP.
He's killed. Okay. It was all a bait here at Tomo. Stampede trying to run. Tier 2000. Get some distance, but it's not enough. So they do lose the Bounty Hunter, but he sets up for an even bigger kill of tier 2000, the top farm core in the entire game. That's a big chunk of gold. Was he also tracked? I couldn't tell.
I don't think he was. I think he got tracked either when he was ultied or when he died he wasn't tracked. We can see the fight recap, see if it was used or not, but track was used, but I don't. So, okay, Bounty Hunter got only 23 gold. There's no way he was tracked and Bounty Hunter only gets 23.
A worthy sacrifice either way. And I feel like this is the first time the entire game that Winter Bears actually do have the net worth advantage. So they are starting to regain some ground here.
Bounty Hunter is going for the Yule Scepter, so he doesn't want the Spirit Vessel. Oh, and he's also got the Friendly Shadow. Did he buy this? No, it was from the Tormentor, right.
Or enough. With a haste, just casually running through the dire jungle. Just gonna steal away some creep camps here. Not really any way for Winter Bears to contest it. They have no vision in their own jungle area, so it's really just the domain of VP at this stage.
Crimson Guard finished on the Hawk. They are against a lot of mostly physical damage, so it's a pretty good item early on, but he doesn't have a Blink Dagger to jump on people. It generally feels like the Hawk has been... If he gets a good stampede, that sets his team up well. If he doesn't, that's it. So, I would like to see a Blink next on him. Crimson is good, though. Crimson is very good.
Yeah, 100% ticks quite a lot of boxes for them, and actually, they're going to roll straight into the Roche pit now here at Tomo. And you can look at the minimap, Winter Bears are in not a position to contest this at all. This will be a free Aegis going into the hands of TA 2000. I mean, can you make some argument that Lorinov actually gets it? Probably does, right?
Yeah, he's got Bloodstone. You know, it's like, good call. If you basically have built-in Aegis on TA 2000 with his ultimate. I'm about to die, I use it, I'm unkillable.
Yeah, so now Winter Bear's going to have to deal with 2 lives on this Leshrac, maybe 3 if you also count the Bloodstone like regen and stuff he gets off of that in team fights. This is not going to be easy at all for the next engagement. We'll see how Winter Bears can play around it.
Monkey King is working towards the Radiance, I like it. MESWA into Radiance, it's a nice way of mitigating a lot of the damage, right? Physical, mischance, as well as spell amp reduction. There's gotta be a better way to say that.
Spell amp reduction. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
it's late in the evening for you. You know, you're going to sleep soon.
I'm not that old. It's not even 6 PM here.
Imagine you get your slippers out, you're ready for bed.
They're like, no, we need to cast. Oh,
wow, this is a very much dead Johnny Pro. Just so much damage comes the way. Do also take down the tier 1 mid, but at the same time, it's a lot of space for Winter Bears, who are thinking about shoving into this bottom tier 3 area, but they do decide against it. But even still, taking down the bottom tier 2 is big.
this was good.
That was very close.
I like that we both said, ooh, that's nice. We're so in sync.
We've been working with each other for a while.
It's definitely felt like a while.
It has. 950 games while. Nerd. Even still, this game seems to be settling down. Oh, go on.
Johnny Pro is holding on to the Black Grimoire with 3 charges in 21 minutes. Now, I've usually seen this either, once you get you use it very early to get to that fast 6, or you use it a little bit later when it's get 10 charges. But he's just not collecting any charges with this item.
Yeah, he's waiting for some next big team engagements. We'll see how long until we get those. Imagine all we need is one team fight that could jump up to 8 charges, and then you eat it, and there's a full level and a half, maybe 2 levels.
It's pretty massive. Although this was nerfed, even though it says 250 on the tooltip, it's actually 200. And we haven't tested to see which one it is. If it's actually the tooltip is wrong and it was changed, or they forgot to change it and just put in the patch notes.
Maybe we just cut the difference and say 225.
I feel like that's the one thing that's definitely not.
It's easier to think that way though. But tier 2 up top. Looks like this is going to go down. Winter Bear not coming over to defend this whatsoever. It feels like they're just trying to dodge fights as much as possible. Maybe just wait out for the rest of this Aegis, which is still alive for another 2 minutes. And then Winter Bears might be actually group up as a team and look for some engagements themselves. But it's all about dodging for now.
To be fair, on Winter Bears, you might be thinking, yo guys, our late game is pretty damn good. We got Warlock, we have Magnus, Monkey King is farming pretty nicely. Not as well, okay, not that nice. Now that I look at his net worth, he's actually 3k behind the Ursa, but he is getting close to Radiance, which will accelerate his farm. Like, you don't have to go high ground, or sorry, force a fight right now.
I don't, but looks like VP are going to try. 4-man smoke maneuver, going to invade their own jungle area where they might see Johnny Pro. He actually is able to avoid that one just barely. Instead, they might end up losing someone more important. If they keep heading down south, they'll either find Pastille or Catchel, which would be two very high priority targets, but it doesn't look like they're going to find it. Instead, they're going to double back, and Johnny Pro, who escaped death once, will not escape it twice. Lorinov spots him. This is a dead warlock.
Oh, come on, force staff! Oh! Well, no.
Yeah, you force stuff away just into the waiting arms of someone else. Feels bad, man.
It's still fine. I mean, they smoked up to find someone, and then they get only the position 5 on the enemy side. The position 5, who generally doesn't even care about his gold. He's like, as long as I throw a golem and die after, I'm happy. Oh, and someone mentioned it in the chat. Thank you. They were the Draenei. Yes, the broken Draenei in Warcraft 3. He was Akama or Akuma or something like that. And then he comes back in the Burning Crusade. Oh, our chat is wonderful. I love these guys. Or girls. Well, let's be honest, they're probably guys. Oh, yeah, people. Yes, much better.
Yeah, it's a good way to just edge it. But, yeah, it's cool. There's always someone out there who will know the random bit of niche information that you're after, which is
right. It's like, you know, they'll be like, oh, I think this was patched like 7 patches ago. They're like, actually, it was 12.C or something. Like, yes, that's the one. Thank you, weirdo who knows it.
All right. Oh, Aegis has now timed out. It looks like Winter Bears are going to start coming together. Maybe now with this timing, they're going to look to make a move themselves. Huddled up inside the Radiant jungle, but so is VP. We could be seeing a big team fight coming out very soon. It's all going to come down to who gets the better initiation here. I think they got a spot on towards the Huck. A Centaur is not the person you want to initiate on.
But the Grimstroke is, if you can get on top of him.
Yeah, 1J. Good as gone, I feel. He will die. Well, actually, even Tier 2000 getting controlled up by the Wolves. But not going to be able to just go for him. They'll settle for the Grim. Dead for 45 seconds. They might try and go high ground with this.
This game, we were like really, I'm not saying, no, we're not rooting for Virtus.pro, but we were seeing them as the much stronger team, and it doesn't look like that at all. Yeah, sure, he wasn't great in the laning phase, but he's recovered well. Highest farmed support. They're just playing circles around. They have the better team fight late game by a lot. Virtus.pro have been on the ropes right now.
They are. Pastille attempting a quick grab on towards Tier 2000. This is running back to his base, but doesn't get there in time. So he will survive. But yeah, it feels like they're just trying to huddle up, maybe catch another person for VP unawares. But talk about catching unawares, Delight just walks into this high ground area with no vision and immediately dies. That's unlucky.
That's fine, he's a moving ward. In between dying, if you are bounty and you're moving around the map and you're like fighting out, oh, this place is warded and you die instead of someone else, it's a good thing. That's what I tell myself, at least.
Yeah, that's what you've been telling yourself for 950 games.
What is? Oh yes, 950. You know what? By the next time we cast will be 951. All right, just for you.
Thanks, buddy. You make it very hard. But yeah, still just like not really been able to gain much of a net worth lead either this game. Although Tier 2000 jumps forward, finds Pastille. He gets a lucky Skull Basher to stop the Skewer away. Gives time for a Centaur stun to come through. And that's a big one to find. 45 seconds without the mag. Let's see what VP try and do with this space. Could be another Tier 2 mid going down here.
Yeah, if the bounty wasn't there, he could have saved him, but he was already dead, and he just didn't see him come. By the way, they have a ward right where the Monkey King is. So Virtus.pro is aware when Winter Bears is farming this area, which is something they've been doing most of this game. Oh, Ice Blast?
Yeah.
And now they know Winter Bears like, yeah, they got vision here, buddy. Oh!
Yeah, he's in danger. Tries to drop the Wukong's command, but again, another bash comes through. Tier 2000 picks up another freebie. Big kill to find. And now the Warlock TPing out. Not gonna happen. He too will die. And now Winter Bears, they've just hemorrhaged 3 kills in the space of like 40 seconds. And that net worth lead, which was basically 0, now bumps up to 2 to 3k here in the favor of VP. Obviously, 27 minutes in, that's not really a massive lead by any means, but You know, feels like the momentum is once again shifting in their favor.
And this is going to be a fast Roche or not?
Radiant are
It
scanning.
should be a relatively fast Roche.
How do you know?
I think the very shiny one. All right, do you look at the? Can we look at the Roche clock
Oh, yeah.
observer? Yeah, I think the very shiny one is when he respawns, and then the other 4 are just like the timers of you know
Yeah.
the 4 quarters.
But I think that's just the shortest time. And then, cause I think
No.
I remember seeing it hit that before, and then the whole thing just
Dire's
glows
bottom
afterwards.
tower is under
I've
attack.
seen that as well, but I'm fairly confident we're gonna see it right now. Come
Oh,
on.
Lauren off. Okay, so it's just the bounty nearby. It doesn't have any mana, but they're not going to make that play. I'm just watching the pit like a hawk. Oh. Yeah, it did. It's
He's up.
Alright.
Yeah, he's up.
There we
I
go.
told you.
Big brain, Tom. Big brain. 28-minute wisdom spawns. Delight is going to be there to stop the steal. The Ice Blast actually overshoots. Not going to land onto anybody. And Lauren in danger, but he's still able to get himself out of here. 1 versus 3. Meanwhile, the rest of the team gets a kill towards Johnny Pro. And now they all come over. The Soul Bite is perfectly placed. RP just to hold back tier 2000. But it makes no difference to Tomo. They're all just dying. Catchall's the only survivor who does at least kill 1J. But that's a far cry for being a good trade. As an ultra kill goes into the hands of tier 2000.
Oh, Jaipo gets caught by himself, and he's not able to help them out to sort of interrupt their combo of spells coming at them. And
Catchall forgot to carry on moving the Thunderhide. It just dies.
the worrisome thing is that the TA2000 is just so giga farmed. He is very close to Abyssal, which you can combo with the Grimstroke ultimate. He's already got the BKB, the Battle Fury, the Sanjin Yasha, and the Blink on top. And he's gonna have an Aegis now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. I'd say at least the one good thing out of that whole engagement was that Winter Bears did actually steal the Wisdom. So
Yes.
they got that at the very least, but they still lose so much. And it's another Aegis going into the hands of VP. This time it will be TA2000 carrying it rather than Lorenov. Speaking of TA2000, he's also 300 gold away from having an Abyssal Blade on top of
Yep.
Blink, S&Y, BKB, Battle Fury. Like, this guy is so overfarmed.
I did not know that the Abyssal Blade uses Sanj. That tells you how much I built this item.
It's not a support item at all. The
Is-
day
is-
Abyssal is support item, Dota is not the same.
There was a game where I think Puppy. Oh. Okay,
The hack. He's starting things off on his own, buying time for the rest of the team. There is going to be that Yules from Delight buying some time. Johnny Pro turns around to use the upheaval, but immediately cancels it. Regrets his decision. And once again, Winter Bears are all about running away. Try and survive if they can. Johnny Pro TP out. Oh, Dahaki actually cancelled his stomp a couple of times, which might have been able to find the kill. But the rest of the team do still pick up Delight.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, it's only
is
Delight.
under
It's
attack.
okay if he dies. It's not the biggest deal in the world. He's getting close to that level 15. If he takes the damage taken reduction, you really are able to. It's like 50% damage. Sorry, extra health for the person you use it on. I am surprised that Winter Bears hasn't decided, like, all right, everyone, hold hands or whatever appendage you have, and just go and get a team -5.
Yeah, it does feel like they're reaching that point where they have no choice but to just move around as a 5-man unit. I mean, like you were saying, their team fight is phenomenal.
Is under attack.
You got the chaotic offering, you got RP,
Rain.
you got Wukong, so much. Rain
What
does
the
get
hell?
found, skewered back into the base just to make sure this AA dies.
Dire's middle
All right.
tower is under attack.
I don't want to flame the guy, but I don't know what he was doing there. Like, the tier 2, both mid and bottom is standing, and he's between that and the tier 3.
Dire's
They
middle
really
tower has fallen.
odd positioning. Oh, he's got a Shadow Blade on the AA, by the way.
That's something a bit different. I like it. I mean, I don't, but I like it.
Dire's
Well, do you or
middle tower
don't you? Which
under
one is it?
attack.
I like it because it's different, but I don't think it quite fits an AA. But what am I to say? You know, if it works, it works. Lauren off though.
Johnny?
Looks like he just gets a complete free kill here on towards Johnny Pro.
Dire's
Loren's
middle
also got a
tower
gym,
is
so
under attack.
Delight needs to be careful that they don't spot him out. I think he may have seen a glimpse of the bounty, but can't actually just go on top of him.
Now let's go for now. Looks like they're just going to
Abyss.
focus on these last 2 towers.
Abyssal finished. Grimstroke working towards the Hex now as... Oh god.
A Okay, immediate turn. Oh, the stun lands on towards Pastille before the RP actually even comes out. And he has to use it defensively, trying to run, but with the help of the Stampede, TA2000 easily closes the gap. Pastille just gets melted, and then so will the Bounty Hunter. It's just, it really does feel like Winter Bears are not playing as a 5-man unit. We were saying earlier how they could win if they played as a 5, but they're just always split.
If you look at the 25 minutes mark, it was dead even. Now we're dead even. Dead what?
Odd.
No, good, close enough.
Even.
But yay! And then
Right.
within the next like 7 minutes, it becomes 21,000 gold lead. I don't know. Winter Bears, you have the bounty and you have a team fight lineup. Maybe it's easier just for us to watch than it is for them to actually execute it.
Yeah. I mean, that is always the case, isn't it? It's like the power of the outside perspective. You could always say, oh, we need to do this, and you could win, but it's a lot different when you're in the game. Obviously, they don't have the same vision. It is much harder for sure. But this is the first high ground siege going on. Tier 3 is going to fall. The Magnus is now respawning, but still no RP for another 48 seconds, so a long time to wait for it. And still TO2000 has this Aegis for another 50 seconds. He is so confident to stick here, keep hitting these buildings. Bears, alright. Harpoon skewer back. Obviously there is going to be a BKB as well as the ultimate available for the Ursa. Meanwhile, Johnny.pro, he just gets caught out of position, dies in a second, and his golem just dies immediately afterwards as well. That was unfortunate.
I think he was trying to help his team out, give them some space so that they can kill TA2000, but that wasn't happening. Bit of wishful thinking there by Mr. Johnny.
Yeah, and now it's a 4v5. I mean, they do have this in 8 seconds, but you can see the Monkey King is pushing the bot lane at Tomo. Malfurian's trying to get some extra gold as best he can. They're losing buildings. Oh! The light just dies. Casual. Shapeshift has already been used. Laurenov finds the Monkey King in the trees. Malfurian just has to go full disengage to try and run. Pastille there with the skewer back, but a Stampede has been the bane of their life the entire time, and the bash comes through. RP means nothing. Just gets an easy kill. Catchell has to BKB TP back to his base when he's only just outside it. And I honestly don't see there's any way for Winter Bears now to come back into this game with Tomo. It just feels like so far behind.
No. With the numbers, it's just too much. It was looking really good for them at one point, but then you mentioned it, like there was a point where 3 people died in a row with no, like, I don't say no reason, but just doesn't seem like they were doing anything in that situation. I mean, a draft that was sort of suited for fighting because you have track, you are able to just continue farming through that way. I don't get why Winter Bears didn't stick together.
Yeah, it seems like, yeah, their decision making and teamwork just vanished all of a sudden, cost them big. Meanwhile, Ursa's found 3 ice bath. Perfectly lands on towards the 2. Soulbind as well. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. No buybacks there either.
Oh, very unfortunate to see. In the meantime, the Virtus.pro, they have just played as we expected. We expect them to win the game, but we expect them to win from the start. But it took them about 25 minutes to get their feet under them. That's the saying, right? Feet under them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. And now they're just running through them, like a hot knife through cheese.
But you gotta remember, Tomo, this is what we were expecting yesterday as well for Zone Academy. We thought they were going to lose their first series, and then they bounced back in the first one. They won the second one as well, and pushed all the way to the 3rd series of the day. So you never know. We could see a similar thing happen here.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for that to happen this particular game. Maybe the next game, but not this one.
Yeah, maybe the next game, but yeah. Catchell gets caught. He is dead. Media jump on towards Johnny.pro. Skewer back. Doesn't quite make it to the fountain. Ice Blast just casually connects on towards 2 people in the back lines as they both just die. All buybacks being expended if they have them. And they have to use these Ultimates of Perfection. They're all off cooldown at Tomo. They need a dream scenario here from Winter Bears. Question is, can they get the right jump? Catchell gets immediately pounced on right now. And just look at this AoE damage! They just melt. RP used defensively. Again, it means nothing at all. And there it is, the GG has finally been typed.
A close 25 minutes opening by Winter Bears, but then Virtus.pro, the Rochas that they were able to get were So it wasn't. I feel like an overall nerf because you can hit 100 strength on Sven very easily. Like not super easy, but quite easy.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much to get there. But, we'll see if that has much of an impact in this game. But I mean, you were feeling like Winterbeds could have a better time this time round. Is it good enough to potentially get the win here?
I don't think so. I think it's still pretty much a very favorite Virtus.pro. Oh, Rain.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
We'll get
There's a
caught in the
cog.
cogs. Pretty close. Deadshot though actually just does damage, but instead with the shockwave, it does pull him in range. Delight gets first blood there on the Muerta. So a very blitzkrieg tactic coming out there from Winterbears. Just charge straight in, get a kill, and back out without really suffering any losses. Good way to start the game.
Cost them the blood grenade. Made sure they had to get cogs, but yeah, it's very worth it for them. It's a type of experience as well. I guess my worry is that the Darkseer is going to mitigate so much damage, and the AA Blast is too annoying. Even though this Morphling pick was very risky, they knew it was all in front of you, the information. I want to turn Spirit Breaker, they have AA, I'll risk it. But doesn't mean I like it.
More cogs being annoying. Good dodge there for 1J. Can't dodge the second, but it's level 1 cogs. It does like absolutely no damage at all. And despite getting first blood, it will still only be a 2 bounty exchange there go each way, so Winterbear's not able to get any extra advantage on top.
Oh, 1J? Okay. Oh, nice bash. But he still gets it by a cog. Yeah, like you mentioned, but level 1 cog, what is it? 35 mana burn, 50 damage. Ugh, that's not much.
It's not great. But I mean, worth it if you secured that first blood earlier on, so we can excuse.
And the Spirit Breaker, pretty damn sort of like tanky hero as well, so he doesn't really care too much. And he's just going straight up, be like, yo, I got Iron Shell, let's trade.
Yeah, just really try to zone out as best he can, see how long he can continue this. Meanwhile, in this mid, I imagine it is just going to be for the first few levels at the very least, just a right-clicking farming fest between these two. We'll see if either one can gain a lead through denies, but I feel that's really the only way that a difference is gained here.
It's not Grog Blossom on the Kunkka, by the way, it is High Tide, which at max level, if you are able to get a hit that hits 5 heroes, you have no cooldown on Tidebringer. Which is kind of crazy to think about.
It is quite cool. We'll see if maybe he's going to try and use that to go for like a, a Daedalus build or something like that, or whether or not he might go for a more utility style. But actually, you've got the Darkseer. Let him do the utility. Lorinoff could just be a pure DPS game.
To be honest, it does kind of lend itself to that, right? Like, if my Daedalus has no cooldown, I want to go for right-click stuff. Is there a talent that reduces the cooldown as well? Oh no, it just adds deep cleave damage, okay.
Just as good.
Well, in the meantime, what's one of the lanes looking like? So far, looking pretty damn good for Virtus.pro. Oh, but that's not so bad for Lorinoff.
Yeah, I mean, that's the second time Pastil's been able to screw him under tower already, but he is still losing this sort of trading war, so it does show that it's Lorinoff's actually pretty tanky. There's quite a few stats to start off with. But again, I'm going to ask a similar situation I asked in Game 1. Where do you think the first blood is going to happen? You were wrong in Game 1, but maybe Game 2 you can redeem yourself?
I think bottom lane. And by the way, first blood already happened.
Oh, okay. Second blood.
Yeah, which is not as exciting as first blood for sure. I expect bottom lane someone's going to die. Either, most likely the AA.
Yeah, I can feel that happening.
Because top lane is like Clockwork, Spirit Breaker, pretty tanky, Morphling, good luck, same thing with the Darkseer. Mid is like one-on-one, unlikely. Oh.
Lots of trade, but he is going to be alright. Up top, the Mefrians having a fine time. Good waveform there to dodge the initial stun, but gets hit by a bash immediately afterwards. 17% is way too high.
They only have one Ion. I don't even think they have any Ion Shells on. He should be fine. If you have, generally before level 3, you can kill the Morphling. But once he's level 3, most time the Morph is just too good. And yeah, they decide they're not going to even waste their time right-clicking him.
Yeah, he actually gets to level 3 as soon as that Flag Bearer even dies. But not going to be able to steal any Lotus Runes, so 1J is able to secure that one. And I think Rain at the bot lane also secured the bottom Lotus as well.
Looks like 1J taking a little bit of damage at the top, but it'll be enough to kill him. Oh, the Hawk messed up. He uses the Surge on himself rather than the Spirit Breaker who needed to run away.
Oh, misclicks happen.
And I
Could
was
be one
wrong
of those
again
cases
about
where
the...
like you go to press the hotkey and sometimes they accidentally double click and cast on yourself.
Or you
That's
have
still
alt
kinda rough.
clicked. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay. Easy call counter.
One of the most exciting heroes to watch, I have to say, is Clockwork. You have so much playmaking potential with this hero. Hook shots, rockets, dog kicks. Like, it's just a fun hero to watch every time.
Yeah, you can definitely get a lot of work. Or
Yeah.
sometimes you see some Clockworks that just run around in circles and don't do too much. Mainly when I play it.
But unfortunately, he did get very heavily nerfed this patch, which is one of the reasons why he's become a lot less popular. Used to be able to farm with Battery Assault, it does double damage to creeps, now it doesn't.
Tier
Oh,
2000s. Look at that damage come raining in. They're trying to heal him up, but it's
He's
not good
gone.
enough. He still does die. Delight might get counter killed here from Rain, but Catchall could just get a +1 kill. Not going to dive underneath the tower for it, so it does just end up being a 1-for-1. But killing tier 2000, 100% the big ticket item.
For sure. The Hawk loses his courier in the top lane as well. That's an extra 175 gold. Johnny! What were you
Johnny
doing
dead.
there, Johnny?
He's trying to be flashy, you know? You're saying you like the Clockwork doing stuff. He's doing stuff.
Dying is not the stuff I think is very good to do.
You should have specified.
I will.
Yeah,
Next
still,
time I will.
in terms of CS, it's really only Catchall who's lagging behind 18 and 1 on his versus TA 2000 28 and 4. So he's behind by about 10 CS in the lane thus far. We'll see if that starts to change too much. I mean, eventually these supports are going to rotate away and just leave this in a 1v1 situation. In which case, I feel like both of them is just going to be free farming away.
Oh, mid, Pastel. One more.
There's a charge
Charge.
also coming in. He can't get away with this one. 1J actually does get the cruel credit for it, but it's another death here for Pastel. At least this time round, unlike game 1, it wasn't a low kill automa, so it doesn't give everything away to the enemy mid.
Sure. We're gonna pretend that's positive. I like when he was juking. He drops a Iron Branch to block, and I was like, dude, that's not gonna work. The Spirit Breaker's on the way. Meantime, well, Catchall trying to be aggressive here. Maybe a little too aggressive. I think the Sculpey might proc.
It does. He's in an awkward spot now. He's going to try and run. Right click, sees a couple more to get the kill. Dead shot. Nicely placed. Does make the space for his offlane to get away, but it just means Catchall's going to have to make the walk of shame all the way back to base. So more time where he's going to miss out on some CS here.
Alright, firstly, you're misusing it. It's not Walk of Shame. Walk of Shame is when you die twice in a row and you can't teleport to the lane. Walking back to the fountain, there's no shame in that.
Okay, the Walk of Penance.
That's better.
We'll coin that phrase. That's what it's going to be like from now on. We're up top, Johnny Pro. Trying to steal the Wisdom Rune, using the cogs to good effect, but it's not going to be enough. Everybody turns up and now he has to just run. He knows he can't steal this one. I think he's just going to die. Well, actually, they don't even finish grabbing the Wisdom Rune there. They just really want this kill instead, but he's wasting a lot of time.
It's
Okay.
probably, but...
He could...
No, he can't.
I mean, he might. If he went on the outside, did the cog hit, and then immediately started TPing afterwards, the Huck doesn't even have vacuum. He might be able to get away with that, but who knows? Meanwhile, bot lane, more action continues, but no one's going to die this time. TP, though, does actually come in from the Kunkka. Lorinov looking for a fight. I think he must have got spot there, because Winter Bears immediately back out to their tower.
If the Clocker went for that play...
He's just diving. Okay, one TP for Johnny Pro, and Lorinov has to just run away. That was interesting.
It's a free farm for Pastel for a few seconds, though, which he definitely appreciates, being 10 CS behind. Not exactly what you want to see happen, but a good steal of the bottle. To have the room.
There's an RP available for Pastille, so they will cancel the charge. But yeah, amplified damage is pretty big here for Lorinov. See what he can do with it. Might try and set up for another gank either onto the bottom or top lane. We'll see which one he chooses. Obviously, if they can try and kill Balfurion, that's going to be big, but it's a hard target.
1J has decided he wants to take the Bulldoze. I disagree with this decision. I think taking Bulldoze gives Morphling way too much. But once you put 1 point, it's like you're still giving him the 40% status resistance. You either go all in or not. Because you get more value from 1 point than you get from the set 4 points, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, we'll see if this decision is going to prove to be their bane or not, but like I said, it might have been a heads-up play just to skip it entirely. But we'll see how it goes.
I think so, but...
Oh, thinking of up top.
Oh.
Mefrium, War Replica used. Lorinov's also here with the amplified damage, pulling him back, and he will die. Not enough he can do there to survive. Actually, he's level 6 on the Morphling, but he's only used 3 level points.
Stats.
He's still got... Oh, he's actually just going stats? Oh, okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Surely like level 3
Radiant's
attribute shift
bottom
is worth it though,
tower
is it
under
not?
attack.
Well, we believe so, but the pros, they don't want to, I guess, in that situation. It does reduce your farming speed a little bit. Oh!
Oh, RP used. The Huck. No surge, no mana, no HP, no life. He will die. So Pastille makes a rotation. That's a killing spree as well that he does pick up, so a bit of extra gold. Well worth the first RP usage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah,
They're losing his-
you get...
Okay, actually in danger now, Pastille. Ice Blast lands with the X-Spark, he just gets annihilated. TP's into the defender's tower, just gives away a free kill as a result.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, Morphling, when you take plus stats, you get 5 damage and 5 attack speed. So when you want to farm up quick, it's very useful. He's also going... Oh, someone's dying.
Yeah, it's Dota2 just being pulled back, bashed, stunned,
Radiant's
everything
bottom
under the
tower
sun.
is under attack.
And another kill here going the way of Lorinov. 2-0-2 on this Kunkka, top of net worth of 5,500 gold, a full 1,400 ahead of his counterpart mid laner of Pastille. So
Dire's
feeling
top
very
tower
confident
is
this
under
game.
attack.
But it looks like the bot for VP has kind of been abandoned. Catchell
Radiant's bottom
going to be able to take
tower
down
is
this
under
tier 1
attack.
tower with Delight, and that should just be more space to work with.
Catchell wants to go for a Spirit Vessel. Unusual. I thought he would go just earn into the Radiance, but
Radiant's
Spirit
bottom tower
Vessel
has fallen.
is a very hit or miss item. If you can get some kills, it will feel great, but if you don't, it's just so much gold down the drain and really delays your Radiance.
Definitely
We'll
does.
see. Meanwhile, oh, hello.
Yeah. I feel like 1J knows he's not killing him. He's just disrupting the farm. Does manage to steal away a couple of creeps there, just really being a nuisance. But the mass TP's coming for the rest of Winterbears. And now it's going to be 1J who's in an awkward spot. He does
Let's charge him
have
too.
charge coming up in a second, but Johnny Pro's going to be in the right place to cancel it. No, he's actually onto the wrong side. But wait, what cancelled his charge?
He didn't, he just
Oh.
charged the Morta.
Oh, I thought he charged the lane because there was a creep wave to the left. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Fight continues. Lots of spells coming out. Ice Blast lands on towards the light, point blank, taking him out as well as Johnny Pro. So 1J loses life, but he does manage to take out 2 supports with him.
Yeah, that was a bit of an unusual charge, but he probably figures like, yeah, the hookshot's going to interrupt me as X marks the spot on Pastille, who doesn't have the Ice Blast. Do they even need it?
I think so. Oh! He actually used RP as well, but the blade mail from Lorinov kills him anyway. That feels real damn rough there for Pastille. And this game, kind of since the last one, starting to gain a bit of an advantage here for Virtus.pro. 2k gold lead now.
And Lorinov is going to go for the Radiance. This was my favorite build on Kunkka, is that you just go for Radiance as fast as you can, and then you can go right click if you want to. TA2000 just free farming. He is actually behind Malfurion, but you know, he's a Sven. He'll always farm good.
Yeah, having a built-in Battle Fury is always a big bonus. Can't lie at all. But he's not really being aggressed that much. Like we see on the side of VP, the Spirit Break, and everyone's constantly trying to find him and slow down his farm. Where TA2000 is kind of just being left to his own devices, but in the mid, Johnny Pro will not be left alone. Gets caught by his tier 2. Catcher is here as well as Pastille. But without the RP, I guess they just don't feel confident making that play, and they just let the Kunkka walk it off.
Casual's been shockingly uninvolved with his team. He's been involved in 2 kills, which I guess, you know, in this game is kind of normal when you only have 5, but he has been not collecting earn charges, not using his ultimate, not really showing up just yet.
Are scanning.
Yeah, might have to start changing that soon. As I was saying, otherwise VP will be getting more space to work with and try and further their lead. They are gathering up in this mid lane area with quite a few of their heroes on Winter Bears, but they're actually underneath the observer ward and then they smoke. So this move has already been found out here by V. Let's see how they try and counterplay it. Maybe they might bait them into an awkward spot or just evade it entirely. Oh, they see 1J though. Do they want to make a play for the Spirit Breaker? There is a blink here for Pastille. Charge forwards. Does get it. Immediate X though! What a counterplay coming out from Lorinov.
Smoke is broken though. Do they want to continue Winter Bears? When you have the whole team together, you might be like, yo guys, let's just keep going. So what? But you have to be careful. Morphling, 1 Ice Blast is going to cause you so much problems. And I think, yeah, he did finish the Lincoln Sphere on the Morphling. Just does not want to be charged this game. Charge into Ice Blast is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's one of the worst case scenarios for him for sure, so hopefully that'll be enough to keep himself alive for his own sake. But that whole situation's got to feel so rough there for Winter Bears. You all group up as 5, you do this smoke play with the blink reveal on your mag, and then 1 X mark just puts an immediate stop to it, and it's a waste of like 30 seconds for the entire team. And actually, 1J, chance towards the Dota2 hook shot actually whiffs. He's going to go in for the Never Strike, and now Dota2's in an awkward spot as Lorinov also turns up. TA2000 as well will get the kill secured. And now they're trying to run to hack. Surging forwards, charge as well, connects on towards the Moeta. As Delight attempting a TTP, he will die there.
Rain with the blood grenade gets it. He's like, nah, let's not let him run away, guys. Let's just get him right now. Things continuing to go a little downhill for Winter Bears as Virtus.pro establishing that their dumps, they are such a durable line. But we didn't mention this, but 4 of their heroes not only are melee but super tanky. Like, if you put a Grog Blossom on top of a boat, that is insane. And the Hawk, he's already going for another Crimson Guard.
Wow, it's just all about physical damage reduction, because again, it's quite a lot of what Winter Bears have. Obviously, Morphling's a lot, Maggie with some degree, Brewmaster, again, I guess for a lot of his Brewlings, it's all physical damage as well.
Yeah, until he gets the Radiance, he is mostly physical. And again, I hate the Spirit Vessel on Catchel. It still doesn't have a single charge on it. And by the time you get some value, there'll probably be enough Dispels on the enemy side anyway.
Yeah, and if anything, it's just delayed the Radiance by a couple of thousand gold, which is going to be quite impactful. But look at the amount of wards that Jolly2's been placing in this Radiant jungle. He's given this opportunity to jump on towards the Huck, but he still needs some help from the rest of his team to actually finish this kill off. Jump to the side, Pastille, going on towards Rain in the backlines, who's trying to just get a D-ward, but he can't even finish that off. He will lose his life. But the Huck looks like he might have gotten away with this one. Or has he? Pastille with this haste rune just runs up, does an RP, drops his face. Lorinov is here though. Boat's going to come through with the run buff. Maybe that'll be enough to keep the Hawk alive, but it doesn't look like it will. He will still die. Charge comes through from 1J. Will actually finish off Pastille, so he gets the retaliation there for his core. But it's actually several other people now dropping for Winter Bears. Catchel has to try and run. The brew split is ending. Question is, can he get out? Malfurion's actually going to turn up, see if he can help his offlane, and they're going to standard fight. Turns into the Spirit Breaker himself, but the Ice Blast will land, and Malfurion destroys X-Mark as well, denying the escape here for Catchel, and it's looking like it's going to be an entire team wipe for Tomo. That did not go according to plan for Winter Bears.
I did like that he threw the RP just to try to get a kill on the Hawk. He's like, yeah, it's a solo RP, but so what? But you are going next to the tower, your Morphling isn't around, and the only person you picked off was the A. That's not the biggest kill to start fights off with. And I mean, I think they got a Spirit Vessel charge. That's good news.
It's something. We'll see what it actually does at the end of the day, but I guess it's something you can take out of an episode of Winter Bears. But that lead is now just bumped up to 8,000 gold, 80 minutes in. Okay, Jolly2 attempting another play here on towards the AA. Pastille gets involved. That will be a freebie. I mean, that's still like 600 gold as well. It's not bad.
No, it's all good. Any kill you can get will be worth it. Oh, TA.
TA 2000 now. Going for the God Strength turnaround, nearly just 2 shots. Johnny Pro force him to disengage. Spirit Breaker though coming from the side, good stun on towards 1, charges through to get the multi-hero connections right now. Now Casual's in an awkward spot, but TA 2000, he doesn't feel confident to stay around, so he will retreat. As Lorinov just finishes Johnny Pro, the Clockwork, the only casualty in that entire engagement. Although maybe it's not done yet. Now Furian's here and he sees the hack, but he has to be careful. VP more than willing to take this fight. He's actually just going straight after the Magnets, but good charge comes through. The Centaur stun as well for the neutral creeps, delays it all as Malfurion dies. This AA, the bane of his life this game. Pastille trying to survive, but 1J continuing to chase after him. Attempts to juke around a tree, but that is not enough. And it's another disastrous fight for Winter Bears. And I bet they are really regretting this pickup at the Morphling this game, because AA has been doing some serious work.
And they knew it. They saw it coming. There was no ambiguity about it. There's not like, oh, they could go for it. It's like the AA was first pick in the entire game. And they were like, nah, we'll just take Morphling. Just because they wanted him to transform into a Spirit Breaker, which is it's not good enough.
It's not. Maybe if that was like the whole idea for VP, like let's debate the Morphling by picking Spirit Breaker, then could be like one of the best heads-up drafting moments of 2025.
Alright, so the Brewmaster's getting close to the Relic. That's nice. You know, that's kind of helpful. Morta still 2.5 away from the Ag Scepter, which I don't feel like it's going to make that much of a difference anyway. And then that's it in terms of items. There's those are the 2 things you're looking at: a relic into Radiance, which you don't even have, and an Acceptor for Morta. Oh, someone's
charge forwards. Okay, Never Strike actually causes the Ice Blast to miss, and maybe Johnny Pro's actually gonna escape this one, trying to TP out. He actually gets away. All right, bit of luck there for the Clockwork.
Nice move for him. To be fair, I don't blame 1J in that situation. If he didn't do it, he would have been able to walk out from the other side. So he's hoping to time it so it hits just as the blast comes out. It's very tough, finicky timing. It's not his fault. Some of these things aren't possible to do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not like they needed that kill anyway to have a lead in this game. They're still all on like 12 to 13,000 gold lead. Still waiting for their first Roshan attempt, but again, I guess it's quite scary up against Winter Bears. You have the Rocket that can scout it out, and then you've been playing up against RP as well, which is always frustrating.
Man, how do you kill Lorinov? Blade Mail, Essence Ring, Radiance, and BKB very close by.
Maybe you just don't. Maybe just try to ignore him as best as you can. Oh, meanwhile, another attempt to take the Wisdom Rune here from Johnny Pro, but again, it's just this same duo, man. It's always the Spirit Breaker and the Darkseer that are just hunting Johnny Pro, it feels, the entire game. And it's another 2 Wisdom Runes going in the hands of VP. So much gold, so much experience.
Johnny's been very active, but to no success. He's 0-9 this game. I feel like, is this to be like, do we want him to just go make space and at the cost of his life? I don't know. Seems like it's really not paying off for them so far.
Yeah. He's just constantly being punished again and again.
Spirit Breaker's gone for a very interesting idea. He's going for the Axe Scepter early on. Now, this baits spells towards you, and this game would be Adaptive Strike, and I think Morta's Dead Shot would also come to you. That's about it.
I like how Planar Pocket was always the Ag Shards, and it was kind of garbage.
Yep.
But now that they made it into the Ags, tweaked it a little bit. I mean, how valued do you think it actually is? Like, Spirit Breaker's your most played hero. Is it actually worthwhile?
In very few games where you're up against like a Doom. Oh god.
Okay,
when you're up against like
Johnny Pro does.
Like a Doom or Shadow Shaman or Bane, where they have like a bunch of spells, like it's good. But most of the time, I'd say 80% of the games there are better options. 20% of the games, it's very good.
Yeah.
Like
I suppose when it was the Shard, it was a single spell, wasn't it? But now it's 7 seconds of every spell,
much better.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's much better now. In a game like this, I'd say it's kind of mid. It's like, meh, sure. If you don't want it, there are better options. If you want it, it's not. There's nothing wrong with it. He's dead.
Yeah. The lights gets destroyed by his tier 2. I'm wondering, so how would Planar Pocket go up against Abaddon with Ags? Because Abaddon with Ags, you send miscoils to teammates when they take damage. Would it redirect those to you?
No, it only redirects negative spells like hexes and stuns and nukes. It doesn't. It's not like Oracle's False Promise goes on you if he's an enemy.
Okay.
Someone's about to die.
Just like, Miscoil's also an aggressive spell though, you know? Maybe it would work both ways.
Yeah, but that's a healing miscoil. It's going towards an ally already. I mean, that's a good question, but I doubt it.
It's another test lobbyer.
Oh wait, but it does mention it does mention that it redirects spells that are going towards enemy. Oh no,
Oh, okay.
That says enemy.
Oh no, it's just redirecting any hero spells.
Yeah.
That's
Damn it! I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Stop making me doubt myself.
It's my job, alright? I've got to do what I got to do. Meanwhile, 1J. Good 2-man stun comes on in. Ice Blast just going to fly by as Delight actually has to go for a TP out. Is there any stun? There is going to be. The vacuum cancels out. Meanwhile, towards the sides. Pastil is still lingering. 1J with another charge going in towards the tier 2, but they just go for the hookshot control with the cogs. 1J maybe overextending his mark, but look how tanky this guy is. He's just not dying at all. Now in comes the rest of the team. RP used again just to lock down on towards the Spirit Breakers. Malfurion turns into the Space Cow himself, and he is going to be the only casualty, but Johnny.pro will follow him to the grave at the very least. So to be honest, all things considered, maybe not the worst turn of events there for Winter Bears.
So still a 2-for-1 trade, but they do kill the. I was gonna say the most farm support, but the second most farm support. I don't know. You lose a tier 2 top, and you've used RP. Pretty disastrous turn of events. But you know, I'm not playing like that.
Yeah, gotta make it sound close, you know. It's what I do. But tier 3 being sieged, Glyph forced, and it looks like VP will pay respects to that. God's Strength was about to run out either way. Actually, they just found a +1 on towards Catchall. Ice Blast actually catches onto him on the very, very edge of the explosion. And that will be him gone for 40 seconds, no buyback.
By the way, I gotta highlight this skill build by Malfurion. 2 points and more, maxed out attribute shift. He is going for pure farming as much as he can. Yasha being built up as well. I mean, it's gonna be Manta later, but he just wants the Yasha, the Dragonlance, and the Lincolns to farm up. Not the Lincolns to farm up, but as much as he can farm and survive.
Yeah.
It's very bold.
It is. I mean, how long is it going to take before, you know, he's able to farm up enough to really turn this game around? Because they're just hemorrhaging kills left, right, and center as the light is caught off again.
This makes me think of the way Satanic plays, where, again... Oh dear.
Pastil dies, Malfurion trying to run, the right click so doing so much work. Johnny.pro comes in there with the good save. Wall of Illusory though, not going to be able to block off the retreat for the Morph, so it's another 2 kills in the mid, 3 people dead, and another high ground siege. Here it comes.
This particular skill build is for the Morphling is very bad when you're up against a Darkseer. Because Darkseer loves, the more stats you have, Darkseer is like, that's great! So the illusions that Morphling is making are very powerful. What is
Whole set of barracks gone mid. Top one now. Another glyph being used for the same tower. But this time around, VP are going to stick to what they're doing. 10 more seconds before the Magnus is alive. BKBs and everything still available for the Corsa side of VP. And 25 seconds left on this Aegis as well for Lorinov.
3% chance for Winter Bears to take it. This definitely feels like a continuation of Game 2. Where at the second half, Winter Bears was very lethargic. They feel very slow in this game as well. Oh! Ice Blast!
Okay, skewer back. Pastil trying to make a move towards Lorinov. BKBs just tries to walk himself away. Now focus on towards Rain. No mana, no hope. AA will be losing his life. Question is, can Winter Bears find anything else from this?
It just
doesn't look like they're going to jump up into the unknown. Just no vision on that high ground. Too scary.
This 5 versus 4 though. Catchall might be a good time for them to split and try and find someone if they can.
Oh yeah, make the immediate move. They get the stun, but huge RP comes in from Pastil. Keeps Catchall alive. They're going to try and stand their ground, but look at damage. Tier 2000 just shredding people either in the way. 1J will lose his life, but he's just trying to focus on towards those cores. A buyback actually comes out from the Spirit Breaker as well. But it looks like Pastille and Malfurion are able to run away, keep themselves alive. But the catch-all is Bruce Split ends. He's in an awkward spot. 1J continues to charge forwards, but so does Malfurion with his own Spirit Breaker morph. Charging in deep, tries to stand his ground, but Tier 2000 still had the God Strength going and destroys the morph. Catch-all 2 will die. Pastille finally getting re-involved, but it's too little too late, Atomo. The other cores are gone. They don't have any buyback. Somehow, the damn Sven continues to survive. I think he got out there with 50 HP, and there it is. GG is called. VP take the series 2-0.
They tanked their economy for that fight. They used multiple buybacks. They also got a good RP on 3 people. The Morphling was transformed into the Spirit Breaker. Like, it was all set up for you to get to be successful. However, TA 2000 was insane.